In a world of flashing cameras and roaring crowds, he had everything, except the girl who built him. When the lights faded, guess who owned the spotlight? Not him, but her, the quiet blonde he left behind. She was nobody in the eyes of the world. But to Ethan, she was everything, until fame blinded him. Isla Monroe had soft blue eyes that carried the calm of oceans and dreams deeper than silence. She wasn't flashy, she wasn't loud, but she was real. And that's what Ethan once needed, before he became the Ethan Black, the media's favorite billionaire tech mogul. They met in a dusty little college lab where dreams were crafted out of coffee, code, and second chances. Isla was the brain. Ethan had the charm. Together, they built the prototype that would revolutionize cloud security. She did the design. He did the pitch. But when investors came knocking, so did the cameras. Ethan's ego drank in the attention like honey, while Isla faded into the background. She never asked for credit, only loyalty. And one day, he gave her neither. He left with the patent, and without her. She cried the night his company went public, not because she wasn't there, but because he didn't even look back. The world called him a genius. She called him a ghost. Isla disappeared into quiet. Not defeat, just focus. She changed her last name, vanished from social platforms, moved across the country and started again, working late nights in a co-working loft with borrowed servers and quiet fire. The world didn't notice when she launched a small startup called Betrayal, but the ones who mattered, the same ones who once ignored her, started to pay attention. Her software didn't just compete with Ethan's, it outperformed it. And when Virion won a critical government contract over his company, Ethan's boardroom finally whispered her name again. The ghost was back. But Isla didn't care for revenge. She wanted resilience. She built her team with heart, not hype. She mentored the underdogs, hired the overlooked, and worked quietly while the media scrambled for photos she never gave. 3 years later, the empire Ethan built began to rot from the inside, bored infighting, leaked financials, a failed AI launch. That cost millions. Then came the scandal. Someone leaked that the original source code Ethan claimed as his own wasn't his alone. And just like that, the world turned. Reporters swarmed Isla. She stayed silent, as always. But when the federal case opened, her testimony was required. In the courtroom, they locked eyes for the first time in 6 years. His eyes were tired, older. Hers, calm, powerful. She told the truth. No venom, no drama, just facts. It wasn't revenge, it was closure. His stock tanked, his brand collapsed. And the final blow came from his own board. He was removed as CEO. But Ethan, broken and alone, knew the company couldn't survive without what he once threw away. In a final attempt to salvage something from the wreckage, he made the unthinkable. "Move," he called her, and she answered. His voice cracked, not with pride, but with apology. He didn't beg. He didn't expect forgiveness. He offered her the company, not part of it. All of it. Because now the world believed in her more than him. She walked into the same building she helped dream into existence. This time, through the front door, not the back lab. The staff watched, unsure. The headlines read, "The woman behind. The throne takes the crown." But Isla didn't gloat. She led. She restructured the company with a new vision. Transparent leadership, mental health support, ethics before ego. No more fame chasing, just future building. And Ethan? He became her advisor. Not for business, but for humility. A living reminder that even empires can crack without a soul to hold them. He watched her rebuild his name, and in the process, create something greater than both of them. Years later, a little girl stood on stage, accepting an innovation award in Isla's name. Isla was gone, traveling with no press, no followers, only a journal and a passport, but her story echoed in every young mind who watched her grow from the background to the boardroom. As for Ethan, he sat in the audience, clapping, not as a mogul, not even as a mentor, just as someone who finally understood what it meant to choose love over light, because the world once crowned him king, But history would remember her, the girl he left behind, as the real empire.